stream waters. This land was made for you and me.
Welcome to Klein Tours, Trips and Tips and the beautiful Lehigh Valley. I'm Allison Klein Sherman, and I'm so excited to share with you today some exciting locations to visit when you're in the Lehigh Valley in Bethlehem and Easton area. Megan, so you are from the Easton, we're in the Easton Public Market, and you're from the Easton Market District.
That's correct.
And that's also representing the Easton Farmers Market, correct?
Yes, America's longest running open air market.
Wow. So I just finished having lunch here. It was fabulous. When we bring our tour groups here, you're able to have lunch here, and then there's additional options that you have available for groups also. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Sure, we have a really great demonstration kitchen here, so we can arrange classes in there, whether it be cheese making, or if you wanted to stop by our vineyard here and do a wine and chocolate pairing. We have a wonderful award-winning chocolatier here with Choco Diem. We do kids cooking classes, so we love to have kids groups come in. Speaking of kids, we have the Crayola Factory, or the Crayola Experience, excuse me, just a block away here, so that makes for a really great pairing. A lot of nice parks in the area too, so this is a great spot to stop in and grab some lunch or some dinner and head down to our beautiful riverfront. We're right at the confluence of the Delaware and the Lehigh rivers here, so there's lovely playgrounds down there for the kids. A really wonderful trail, the Carl Sterner Arts Trail, is just about 2 blocks from the market here, so a great place to bike or walk. So stop by here, grab a barbecue or something, and head out on the town.
I'm watching right here, they're painting truffles and custom designing truffles for us, which is just amazing. So everything in here is just really so unique. So if we had a group that wanted to have an included meal here, how would we handle that?
Well, all we would really need is a head count. We can talk to you about menu options. We have wood-fired pizza, we have the barbecue, we have Taza Egyptian. We could even put together a little sampling of all of those. So if we know, we have 40 or 50 people coming in and these are the foods that you're interested in, we could kind of give you a taste of the market, where we could have a sit-down buffet and do that, or they could go station to station and have a little bit of sampling of all the foods here, which people really love to do.
And I saw on the other side there was a fairly large dining area or seating area. How many can fit, or how many can that seat?
That holds between 40 and 50 people. And then you also have access to the kitchen there too, so you could do a combination demo. We could have a chef come in and do a little cooking demo. Learn how to make fresh pasta, something like that.
Sounds delicious.
And then you could enjoy a meal as well.
Okay, great. So I'm really looking forward to exploring in here and seeing a little bit more of what there is to offer inside the market here.
Yeah, I hope you're still hungry.
Thank you. So if you're visiting Easton on a Saturday, a must-do is the farmers market. Tell me a little bit about the Easton Farmers Market.
Absolutely. It's America's oldest open-air farmers market, so we're celebrating our 265th birthday this year.
Wow.
So we have photos going back to the early 1800s of the horse and carriages lined up around our center square.
That's amazing.
So it's a great way to spend a Saturday. We always have live music, 35 plus vendors. You can come and enjoy lunch, kids activities, and we're right outside the Crayola Experience.
That's fabulous. So it's right behind us here.
Right here, yes.
And that's right around the corner from the public market. So that's very convenient that you can experience both.
Yes.
Now, some of the vendors that are at the farmers market, are they also inside the public market?
A couple of them, yeah. Fieldstone Coffee, Apple Ridge Farm, but most of them are different. So if you come on a Saturday, you're going to hit close to 65 vendors between the two markets.
That sounds like a fabulous afternoon in Easton.
It is. We're all about our local food here.
And then you can combine that with the Crayola Experience, and right up the street was the State Theater.
Yeah, just a couple blocks up the street here. Great shows. They do about 100 shows a year.
Great. All right. Thank you for sharing that. And for the public market, I'm really excited to hear a little bit more about the history with that.
So before we came in here was actually a kids health education center. So there was a giant brain in there when we moved into the building, which we had to dismantle. So that gives you a fun visual.
Wow.
But going way back to the 1800s, it was H.L. Green's department store. So it was kind of an old general store, and we brought back a lot of the building to its original state. There's original floors in there, the beautiful hardwood floors. So it's really neat to see it active as a retail use again in the downtown.
Great. And the public market is affiliated with some of the annual events that are held here in Easton. Tell me about some of those events that happen here.
Sure, yeah, we're all about our local food culture here. So we have everything starting in June with the Strawberry Fest all the way through to PA Bacon Fest in November, which is our biggie. But in between there, we have Clam Jam, we have Easton Garlic Fest, which is our stinkiest festival of the year. Peach Fest, Tomato Fest. We love our food in Easton.
And are those events all held right in this general vicinity?
They are. So if you come to one of those festivals, you can not only hit the festival, but you can hit the markets, Crayola, Seagull Museum, Nurture Nature Center, so many things really in about a 8-block radius here.
Wow.
Yeah.
And with the festivals, they're highlighting different types of food that can be made with the featured items.
So bacon is everything from bacon ice cream to bacon on a stick.
Wow.
All kinds of crazy things.
And they say everything's better with bacon.
Yeah,
so.
some things I don't know. Bacon vodka and bacon beer, we're a little pushing it.
All right, well, it sounds like Easton is definitely a great place to visit in the Lehigh Valley.
Thanks.
And I thank you so much for sharing the information about what you have to offer
here.
here.
And we welcome everybody to come check us out and experience all our wonderful local food and attractions here.
Great. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
We are in the Nurture Nature Center with Jamie Zaki from Discover Lehigh Valley. And Jamie is going to share with us some information about the Nurture Nature Center and also some of the additional things to do in this area of the Lehigh Valley.
Yeah, so the Nurture Nature Center is a little hidden gem we have here in Easton. It was founded in 2007 in regards to a mass flood that happened in the downtown region. So the outer walls actually have the story of all the floods, and it was to bring education to the community of what nature is to today and where the modern society fits in.
Wow, that is amazing. And so am I understanding correctly that some of the programs that they offer here are projected onto this cool globe behind us?
Yes, so this is an awesome globe. It's called Science on a Sphere. There's 130 in the whole world. One was granted here in Easton, and it's got about 800 different programs that you can project onto it. So the sphere itself is actually just a white ball, and then there's 4 projectors around the room. So you can see lifetime to what the world looked like billions of years ago to what the world will look like in 10,000 years.
What a great honor for Easton to have this here. So some of the programs that are offered, they tie into some of the other offerings in the Easton area. What are some of those programs that they have available?
So I know like for Earth Day, there was a big program where they brought in a lot of students as well as the community where they just learned growing. So all programs are kind of geared towards different age groups, and there's a variety of it. So the sphere can show you earthquakes to the water flow and the ice caps melting.
Wow, that's great. And the programs are designed specifically for different age groups. So if you're calling in and you have a student group of elementary age students that are looking for a program, they know exactly what programs are geared for that age. And then if there's a group of adults from a church that are looking to enhance their experience in the Easton area, they would be able to perfectly match a program to that age group as well.
Exactly. It kind of fits to what the needs are each group is.
Great. It's great that they have the programs designed for all those different age groups and really to fit everyone's needs.
Definitely. And they're flexible with it.
Great. Now you were also telling us surrounding the building, there's the history of the floods, but there's also some beautiful art exhibits here also. And Those are on a rotating basis?
Yeah, so they hold an exhibit in the one corner of the facility that is rotating every month. I believe it gets rotated to local artists, and it is all geared towards the natural beings. So there's like beautiful artwork on the wall showing the actual Delaware where the water flows and the different eddies that are along the way.
Great. So this is really a location that you can come back to time and time again and have a different experience each time that you come.
Definitely.
That's great. So what are some of the other exciting things to come and visit in the Easton and Bethlehem areas?
Sure. So, you know, the Lehigh Valley is from hiking boots to your perfect pair of pumps. We have the National Canal Museum where you get a unique experience by actually riding on a boat pulled by a mule, to the State Theater that brings in Broadway productions. And the Sigel Museum is another good example of the history. It starts with the Native Americans all the way up to today.
Great. And right down the street was the Crayola experience.
Oh, yeah.
And they've made some changes. What are some of the changes that they've seen recently at the Crayola experience?
Sure. So in 2013, they went through a full renovation. Prior to that, it was the Crayola factory, and the National Canal Museum was borrowing the building as well. So the Canal Museum did move out and went to Humar Park. So the Crayola experience was able to expand to all 4 floors, and it's all interactive, and it's great for really any age group. You can find your inner child in there by naming your own crayon to, you know, coloring your own coloring page.
Great. So if you've been to the Crayola factory, you want to come back and experience the Crayola experience.
Oh,
and
definitely.
with the move of the other part of the museum, have they expanded what they offer from what used to be in the Crayola factory when it was that?
They do. So down on Humar Park, where the National Canal Museum is now, it actually has a whole separate building of archives associated with the region, as well as some of the industrial things. So another new attraction in the area in Bethlehem, which is not too far away, is the National Museum of Industrial History, and that is affiliated with the Smithsonian, and so it's a similar showcase of what the valley was originally produced and what came from it.
That's great, and it really is a great, beautiful area to visit. There's so much to see and do in the Lehigh Valley, and we're just touching on really the eastern side of the Lehigh Valley. There's so much to experience in this area. So thank you so much, Jamie, for joining us today.
Yes, thank you so much.
And for sharing your information about the Lehigh Valley. And we hope that we can bring lots of groups to the Lehigh Valley and experience these things with our groups.
Definitely. We're so glad you were able to come down and just taste a little bit of the eastern side of Lehigh Valley. And we hope to see you come back again with more Klein transportation.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining me with this great day in the Lehigh Valley. We had such a beautiful day to explore here. I'm so happy you were able to join us. My tip for today is join Klein Transportation. Travel with your group or on one of our tours so that you can enjoy this beautiful scenery and not worry about having to do the driving, and be able to spend that time with your family and friends and enjoying the scenery. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great day.